Oh, what's up? So, today's a beautiful spring day, and I did some spring cleaning, right? So, like, my kitchen's pretty clean, and it's normally not clean, so if you know me, this is not real, but what a great day to do some cleaning. And so, like, I get asked all these questions about green smoothies, right? And just kind of getting more fresh food in the diet, or like going to a raw food lifestyle. And I think green smoothies are the way to go as far as just adding something into your diet that's going to give you that good nutrient boost. So that's the nice thing about the green smoothies is the nutrient content, high mineral content food, life vitality, high water content, everything you need, protein, carbohydrates, low fat, fresh food. I buy organic when I can. I got some celery today that wasn't organic, but that's because like the organic celery is $3 versus 99 cents. So I went ahead and got some. I hate it too, but do what you can. Try to get organic food, and then rock out with the smoothie. So like, I'm gonna make a smoothie with my Blendtec blender. Can you guys see me? And this blender is top of the line. It's awesome. I love it. But don't let me fool you into thinking that you have to have this piece of equipment here to do a nice green smoothie. This is how I roll, and I made the investment. So this is like I got it for like 400 bucks. That's a lot of money to spend on a blender. So I definitely understand that not many people are gonna have this blender. Forget the blender, okay? It's not about the blender. It kind of is about the blender, so there's some good ones like I've heard is the NutriBullet, which I've got a magic bullet. I don't have the NutriBullet, but you know, it's this little dude, and then there we go. So the NutriBullet's basically a bigger version of this, and you put your food in there. This is the small cup, and then bam, bam. Works pretty good. I think it's like $99 or something. And so that's a great smoothie making machine from what I hear. And much more affordable. You probably see that on the time on television or whatever. So anyways, you can get a blender like that. That'll do great. And let's rock it out. So today I went to the farmer's market in Edmond, and it was fun. It was cool, but like I thought I would get all this cool produce and stuff, but not really. All they had was like cheese that they made and salsas that they made, which is great and really cute and fun. But I thought I would get some cool greens, but I found this collard greens. Yeah, these are collard greens. And so I picked these up from the farmer's market, so I'm pretty excited. I'm going to use this as the green base in the smoothie. So obviously the green smoothie's got to have the greens in it. And then just another distinction that I want to make between fruits and vegetables. So when I do a green smoothie, the only vegetables that I put in my smoothies are leafy greens, spinach, kale, collards, Swiss chard, arugula, whatever you want to do. Arugula, I wouldn't go there, it's kind of spicy, but maybe if you're just getting into this, try the spinach because that's a nice flavor. Most people like that. And then celery, maybe I'll add one piece of celery to the smoothie because there's a lot of flavor in that. So I'll just add one piece. And those are the only two veggies that I add to the smoothie. The rest is fruit. So fruit categories, you could pretty much use any fruit that you got. Pick something that's in season that's nice. So today, I got some nice organic strawberries. These were on sale, and that's because they're in season. So you'll notice that stuff usually that has a better price on the organic aisle. It's because it's in season. So right now I got some nice strawberries. I'm gonna add those. Banana is a base ingredient, so you want to put the banana in the smoothie. And these bananas, I know they're green and everything, and usually I let them ripen up, but I'm out of bananas, so I'm just going to go with what I got. and it'll have to do. And then other fruits that you can add, like I'll do a lot of frozen fruits, like frozen blueberries, all day long I'll do frozen blueberries. But I've got some red raspberries, some frozen raspberries, and that's pretty good. Basically, this is like a way of making it nice and cold. People like that. I don't put ice in my smoothie. You can put ice in your smoothie, but I don't do that. And then what other kind of fruit that you might have, you could throw in there, like if you wanted to cut an orange open and get the peel off of that, throw the orange in there, that's good. But I like to just pretty much keep it simple with the fruit, like just go all strawberry. And then of course the banana. But I'm going to throw in some of the frozen just to give you guys an idea. You could go pick up a bag of frozen blueberries. There's a big bag of frozen blueberries you can get for like $10 and make smoothies all day long. So let's get to it. I'm going to make the smoothie, and where I start is with the greens. So washing these greens up a little bit, fresh from the farmer's market, which is ideal. If you guys can go to the farmer's market, which is just open, but that's the best stuff. That's the freshest stuff. It hasn't been sitting on a truck for a few days. It's a sustainable practice. You're supporting the local farmers, and so I really would love to see more produce at the farmer's market. Right now, guys, if you go, I'm telling you, you're probably going to be a little disappointed, like I was. But not to complain. It's still really nice to get out to the farmer's market, but it's all about hunting down good fruits and vegetables. At least for me, I want to get the best quality that I can, because it's important to me. If you're going out and you've got a diet like this, there's so much benefit to the plants, then why not get the best plants that you can get? So I think that's enough for me to do the smoothie. But stems, and people tell me like I made a kale smoothie and it just wasn't that good. I don't think I like kale. Make sure that you take the stem off, okay? Because that is not the most delicious thing. It's really bitter, okay? So if you're just cutting off the bottom and throwing it in, you're not gonna like it. So I just ripped the stem out of that bad boy. If you do spinach, of course, you don't have to do that, but like the collards and the kale, get the stem off. If you've got a blender that's giving you a little bit of problems, you might want to cut the greens up a little bit more than I'm doing. But I'm just benefiting from the fact that I know that blender can handle it, so just throw them in there like that. So I put the greens in there. I'm like halfway full with the greens. Get as many greens as you can. It's going to be the most beneficial to you. Right here, that's your protein. Where do you get your protein? Right there, leafy greens. So pile that up. Not only do you get your protein, because it's on a macro scale, you got your protein and your carbs and your fat. And it ain't all about that. There's more to it. You got minerals that are in there. You've got enzymes that are in the food. You've got the vitality, the water content, the fiber. There's so much more to it. But it's simple. Like, it's not complicated, so let's not worry too much about it. Just eat the foods that come from the earth, that aren't altered. Hopefully they don't have chemicals sprayed on them, because God knows, why would we put that in our body? But we do the best we can, and that's okay. So I got my greens in there. Next thing I do is throw a banana. Sometimes I'll do 2 bananas, and these are yikes. Yeah, these aren't very ripe, so I don't recommend that. I don't recommend that, but what are you gonna do? I don't got any bananas, so I'm doing the best I can. Another little trick. So I personally haven't done this, but I've gotten the frozen bananas, and they are amazing. So you get frozen bananas, take your bunch of bananas like this, let them ripen up, so when they get speckly, you know they're ripe. Basically that means that more of the sugar has been converted. The starches have converted to sugar, so it's going to be sweeter. It's just going to be more delicious. and it's going to be more nutritious. You're going to have higher calories per banana, and you know the thing about the calories is like people worry about the calories, right? But if you're going with a meal like this, and this is really replacing a meal in your day, whether it's breakfast or lunch or something, you're really adding this in, you want the calorie content to satisfy you, to give you the energy. So calories are a good thing. That's the energy that we get. So again, protein, calories, carbohydrate, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say calories, carbohydrates, protein, carbohydrates. And the fat, I'm really not going to worry about that. I might add a little oil if you're interested in that. I'll pop some of that in, but typically I don't do the fat, and for the most part we get plenty of that in our diet, and that's not good fat. You do want to get the fat, but get the good fat. Good fats, boy, that's tough. The nuts and the seeds are good sources of fat, and then some of the oils, some of the nicer oils today. I guess I'm going to go ahead and get into that, talk about the fats today. I got some hemp oil. $7 for this thing, like it was on sale. That's an awesome deal. This is organic, cold pressed hemp oil, and that's good fats right there. So you could probably add that into the smoothie. All right. So I want to keep the video kind of short. I'm sorry, I got like so much information. I'm dumping it all out, but that's cool. Just trying to give the details as best as I know them. I certainly, you don't have to take my word for it, and I wouldn't take my word for it. Do your own research and be your own guru, because we all have the answer. We all know what's best for us, and it's getting in tune with that. It's getting in tune with your intuition. Intuition. And you'll know what's good. You'll know what's best. If you eat something and you're like, oh man, I shouldn't have eaten that. Shouldn't have eaten that. Body's telling you something. So just in the interest of time, I'm not going to cut all these up. So like, you know, you can cut the greens off, bam. But here it is, folks. I'm rolling it hardcore. Greens and all. Are the greens edible? You bet. Nothing to worry about. Okay. So I got my fruit. I'm going to throw a little frozen fruit in there so you guys know what's up with that. So like if you don't have the fresh strawberries, that's why I've usually got a go-to supply of some frozen fruit. And that's good. You want the fruit. That's where all the flavor is going to come from this smoothie. You're not going to really taste the greens. You're going to taste the fruit. It's going to be delicious. So make sure you got lots of fruit to put in your smoothie. So I got that. Oh, and then here's the trick. Okay, so I've been doing green smoothies at the office where I work on Fridays. And I basically bring up the blender, and I get all the greens and all the stuff, frozen fruit, fresh fruit, and we tear it up. We have a party. People get to try it out, and they give me feedback, and they're like, I didn't like this one so much. Ooh, this one was better. Can you make it more like this? So getting a better impression about what people like in general. So for me, I've got something that maybe I prefer, but what I want to share on the video is something that maybe you can use to give to your kids or your husband or whoever you're making it. I'm assuming you're just a woman watching. But guys, if you're like me, you know, you want to keep it easy, and you know, that's how I do it, man. I'm just doing it easy. I don't do a lot of cooking and crazy preparation, but this is part of the discipline. Just come out, go shopping, go to the farmer's market, go to the grocery store. Went to the grocery store. I got everything else I need because this was all that the farmer's market had to offer. And so anyways, it's pretty simple. Keep it simple. So what I would do next, this bad boy, so it's all filled up, right? Then I'm going to add some water, which I like to do. There's nothing wrong with adding water. So here's what you don't want to do. And you might be like, Josh, don't preach to me, man. But I'm like, that's cool. Don't put milk in here, okay? And if you want to do like almond milk or hemp milk, that's cool. You might like that. You might try that. Try to stay away from the dairy. Really difficult unless you've got some good goat's milk or something that you know that's raw, that's not processed, but God knows the chemicals, the disease there. So I wouldn't even go there, and I wouldn't taint something that's so beneficial with something like that that's just going to clog you up and it's going to be a toxin to your body. The milk is a toxin to your body, at least if it's from a cow. But water may not be the most fascinating ingredient, so I'm going to step it up for you. And I've got some OJ, baby, with pineapple. Like, this is going to be the most delicious thing ever. And I put in like, 20 ounces of orange juice. But you can use water, and I advocate using water. The orange juice that I added is pasteurized and not the most ideal. You know, it's not bad, but all of that living good stuff, a lot of the minerals and the enzymes are dead. That's why it sits on the shelf and it lasts for weeks and weeks and weeks, because it's dead food. Living food will decay. So that's it, man. Smoothie time. Pop that on there. It's gonna get loud, so I apologize. Why don't I just take a moment and pause this paper? You want to see this thing work? Let's just do it. Up close action with the blender. All right, here we go. Smoothie time. Oh yeah. I don't know, I like to push the button and I let the thing just run. I could have stopped it probably 15 seconds ago. But that's it, it's done. Make sure it gets blended up good, and if your blender's like not getting it, just let it run a little bit longer. Eventually it's gonna get there. And it's gonna be super nice and creamy. Hopefully you get a nice creamy texture like this. Boom! That's one serving, folks. You can make it 2, but if you're a guy like me, that's 1 cup, 2 cups, and a little bit later. It's definitely exciting with the orange juice pineapple. So don't feel guilty about throwing that into your smoothie. It's not the worst thing you could do. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy making green smoothies. And if you got any questions, leave a comment below the video and I'll answer your question. Peace.